Okay, my dear friends, I know that you are feeling anxious about Corona. I get questions. Very interesting little snapshot into the mindset of the universe because I answer questions on Quora. So, literally, I'm getting questions from all over the world every single day. And it's very interesting because now I get a lot of coronavirus questions. And there are only three things that you need to know. The first thing is, and really it applies to all of life, but when things are more difficult, you need to apply it. It's when things are, I was speaking to my very clever sister, a Rebbetzin, today. She said that, people, they were living in a mirage. They're living in their illusions, so they don't have to think about reality. But when the illusion goes away and you have to deal with yourself and your emotions, you actually have to take charge and do something that's going to matter. And basically, what I'm seeing is that there are two types of people. And I don't mean to put anyone down, I'm saying this to help you. There are mature people and immature people. A friend of mine told me his grandson was going ballistic. How come I can't visit my friend? So it's obvious he's a child, he's immature, he doesn't understand not getting his way. Maturity is knowing how to adapt. That's why older people are more calm. They know that life doesn't always give you what you want. You need to know how to adapt to life, and that's maturity. So if you're mature, this situation is not the end of the world. We're still living in the best time in human history. If you're immature, this situation is very, very difficult because what is trauma? It's that the reality that you think is real isn't real. And actually that's very traumatic because you have to figure out if you understand reality or not. And so the very first thing you have to do is sorry about that, should be more focused on you. The first thing you have to do is you have to have the power to see what's good. Because ultimately, in life, there's no life that everything you wish comes true. It's impossible. In fact, the Jewish sages say that everybody dies with half their wishes unfulfilled. Because let's say you made $100, now you want $200, $1 million, now you want $2 million. Whatever you get, as we all know, you don't stop wanting, you just start wanting more. You only want what you don't have. So part of the trick of life is being grateful for what you have and seeing the benefit in what you have. And as I say many times, what you have to do is when you wake up in the morning, because the first thought of the day creates a train of thought, you actually have to think about what are your blessings. Think about 5 major blessings. I do this every day and it shifts my mood, and I can honestly say I'm a very happy person. Now, to be perfectly frank with you, my circumstances ain't great. I wouldn't wish my circumstances on 99% of the world. But I'm definitely on the top 1% of happiness. And that's because mentally, I know what it takes to be happy. And so in this situation, you have to make yourself happy by seeing the good in your life. And we all have blessings, but what happens is, as the Jewish sages teach, Tainuk tmidi ene tainuk. When you have a permanent pleasure, it doesn't give you pleasure anymore. And so therefore, if you ate ice cream every day, you wouldn't enjoy ice cream. Every morning you have a great choice. Are you going to remain with the misery of yesterday? Or are you going to cause joy today? That's your choice every morning. So number one, every morning, be grateful. The second most important thing for happiness is meaning in life. This is critical. One of the greatest psychologists, psychology has been proven to be a meaningless exercise. And, for example, all of Freud's mechanisms in terms of actually working don't work, right? So there are only very few psychologies that actually work, that make a difference. And one of them is Viktor Frankl, who said, our issues in life, it's not about getting over what my father said to me when I was 2 years old. Our issues in life is about having a meaningful life now. For example, if right now I told you won the lotto, you'd be happy right now. Well, you know what the lotto of life is? Doing something meaningful, because that makes you feel like your life is worthwhile. Why are we bored and to some extent anxious? Because we don't feel like our life means anything. I feel that women in general have greater tranquility because they know they can have children. They know their life has value. But men that don't really have that instinct or ability, or don't take that role, even though they should, as their primary role, so unless they do something that's going to contribute to others and make their life meaningful, they're not going to be happy. And most men are not happy. There's no physical pleasure in this world that can make you happy, because if you get it, and I've had times of fame and this and that, none of it makes you happy. Studies show money doesn't make you happy, actually only if you give it away, because you're helping someone else. So the studies are in, fame doesn't make you happy, money doesn't make you happy, power makes you nuts. These things don't make you happy. What does make you happy? A meaningful life. And who can make your life meaningful? Only you. And I have a book called Discover the Meaning of Your Life. It's in my Kabbalah Love. I'll try to, if I remember, I'll try to put a link to Kabbalah Love, but you can do KabbalahLove.org, KABBALAH.org. Sorry, KabbalahLove.org. And if you go to the website, there are videos and there's a PDF. You can download the book. And there's Discover the Meaning of Your Life. It's a 5-step process. I guarantee you take these 5 steps, you'll see exactly where your life can be meaningful. And if you do it, your life will be meaningful. There's no tricks. You got to put in the effort. If you do good, you feel good. Yesterday somebody gave charity through our organization, and he says, I love giving charity. Why? Because it makes him feel good. Anybody that gives charity loves giving charity. I love it when I can give money. It makes us feel good because we have a meaningful life. So it's very simple. And the third and most important thing in this time is you have to reach out to others. You have to call others. Any problem that you have, God gave you that problem to realize that other people have that problem too. So if you're lonely now, think of everybody else that's lonely. Reach out to them. Don't wait for somebody to make your life better. See the issues in your life. Reach out to the people that are having your issues, and both of you will be better together.